3 fights at the end of the night. Main, co-main, and Dillon and St. Croix. I mean, those are all 3 potential main event fights that we have all on one card tonight. Very exciting. As you mentioned, we see Charles Slim Maclellan in here, making his debut tonight, all the way from Charlottetown, PEI. I am excited to see how this fight matches up.
Renzo Gracie brought him, and he has competed in a lot of tournaments in the last few years. And Matt McGrath, Connor Crosby got him prepared for this. He's hopping into an octagon, the cage, for the first time. Wants to become a bit more than just a grappler, wants to work on that striking. He's got real heavy right hand and would love to get things to the ground.
I mean, he's going to be well prepared coming out of that camp, the Renzo Gracie camp, as you mentioned. I mean, a number of fighters that are on the card this evening, but also a number of fighters that are constantly in that stable, working, training, and always ready. We see them all showcased here on the FLA events, and I expect to see him well prepared this evening against another tough guy.
We talked about Cam Nelson. Don't forget Dillon General Shepherd as well, and Renzo Gracie taking on Luke St. Croix later tonight as well. That's going to be a fantastic battle, and you come out of that camp, metal sharpens metal.
100%, Maz, 100%. Great to see everybody getting ready together, too. I mean, that always brings another element, so it's going to be really exciting to see how these fights match up stylistically, but also through their training and their preparation.
The opponent tonight for Charles Maclellan, Jake Snakebite Stevens. Had a couple amateur boxing matches, and he is in there with breakthrough BJJ. Looking to make a statement here in his MMA debut.
There's the man, the intense walk, intense look. Jake Stevens, Snakebite, also coming out of a great camp. A lot smaller, a lot fewer fighters, but great coaches. Jericho McPhee and his brother Justice Copeland, guys that I've trained with in the past and have helped me out, and I've known for years. Great guys to train with. He's coming out of that camp. So, again, iron sharpens iron, and well prepared. So, we'll see how that boxing experience translates as he enters the cage tonight.
And Chris, his supporting crew is all behind us right now. The first 2 rows behind us all in the Snakebite jerseys.
Coming through the mics loud and clear. My ears are ringing.
Stevens is going to want to keep it on the ground, on the feet. Beg your pardon, but loves to throw the heavy hands. But he doesn't mind mixing it up and mucking it up on the ground.
2 tough guys. I expect an exciting fight out of the gate here. Slim, mean mugging the crowd behind us, getting a little reaction.
Going right into the friends and family section of Jake Snakebite Stevens.
Yeah, I expect a pretty high-paced fight here. These guys are probably going to throw down and come at it here pretty quick, I can imagine. Pretty intense fellas here from both camps, I think.
Chris, if it's anything like the opener that we had in the Dartmouth Sportsplex with Mr. Ketchafans and the Baker himself, that was a wild fight to set the tone. We'll be in for a absolute banger, and the intensity on display. As we throw it up to Craig for our introductions.
This evening's event has been sanctioned by the Nova Scotia Combat Sports Authority. The chairman of the night is Mickey McDonald. Commissioners in attendance are Matt Ryder, Jason Kassouf, and Barry Bernard. The director and referee-in-chief is Hubert Earl. Our officials tonight are Dave Arthur, Brian George, Cyril Desjardins, Don Robinson, Mike Ludi, Craig Smith, and Brad Jardine. Our medical advisors are Dr. Yazzer and Dr. Smith. first fight is an amateur bout, contracted at a weight of 185 pounds and brought to you tonight by Change Up Support Services. Introducing first in the red corner, making his mixed martial arts debut, representing Hanzo Gracie, PEI, and fighting out of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, Slim Charles Maclellan. And in the blue corner, he is also making his debut tonight and representing Breakthrough BJJ in Amherst, Nova Scotia, Jake Snakebite Stevens. Our referee for this matchup is Don Robinson.
185, 3 rounds, amateur. Maclellan, no tattoos, Jake Snakebite with all of them. And it's brought up by Change Up Support Services, Nova Scotia-based organization specializing in behavioral support and services. Services designed to meet individuals where they are and take an individual approach to care.
Big action started here, Maz. Jake throwing heavy right hands over the top there of the guard of Charles as he backs up.
Finding his target, the feet and the hands. Landing right now.
Nice little body shot there from Stevens.
They pull down, and you see Jake wants to keep it on the feet.
Yeah, he was not having the guard of Mr. Slim. He was not looking to enter that. Probably wise choice. Jake definitely likes to stand and bang and throw those hands, as we can see right out of the gate. Another heavy right low kick there. Jake doing a good job stalking, but not over-committing. If you see him catch that kick and take him down again, just similar to the first interaction, but you can see he's not over-committing in the range. He's staying at a good puncher's range here, not allowing Maclellan to be able to latch onto him and potentially get this fight to the ground where he would like to have it.
Maclellan, get the jab. It's looking like Jake has found something with the kicks. Feet have been landed.
Ooh, nice calf kick on the phone. He's very composed. He's buying time here, trying to get a range and a read on Jake.
And counter. Jake getting the body shot.
Jake looking for that home with that right hand again.
We talked about the heavy hands. He has been punching with purpose.
100%. Nice little high kick from Maclellan over the top of the guard of Stevens. So you see again that right hand is landing, but it's just missing the mark of where he would like it to be. That one was a little closer. Maclellan's got to do a good job here with that high guard, watching that overhand right of Stevens.
Stevens has been dictating the center.
Yeah, that's a good call, Mavs. He's really been pushing the pace and dictating kind of where the fight is right now. And this is good for the first opening a little bit here for Maclellan. I mean, he can get a read and kind of get his feet wet, so to speak, as he's in here. But at a certain point, you can't just let the guy keep running the show. Oh, big left hook there.
Nice flurry there from Stevens.
And Maclellan, not, he's taking these shots. He's not getting rattled. I know some of them are heavy and have landed a little cleaner than he'd like, but he's staying composed and staying in there as we close out that first round. Definitely a Stevens round, I would say. There wasn't a whole lot of offense there from Charles, but we'll see what happens and adjustments happen in this second round.
Stevens was able to stifle Charles's offense twice with the kick, catching the kicks, and then you see him just shoving him to the ground, and Jake wants no part of that ground game.
No, he's having, success here as we see in the replay the second time. But he's having success with landing those punches, so if it ain't broke, why fix it and go to the ground where he knows that probably that's where Charles may, potentially have the advantage, right? Or at least that's where his strong suit is.
Charles has got to find himself a way inside.
He doesn't like from right hand.
Drive it, yes. Jake down to the ground.
Yeah, he's going to have to mix it up without a doubt. We'll see what his instruction he's getting there from Matt McGrath at Renzo Gracie, but we'll see what kind of adjustment does he make here. Does he push the pace to try to get his hands on Stevens, or is he going to continue this back and forth with the striking? Jake is visually, a larger opponent right now, so could be a tall order if Charles wants to get this to the mat. So he'll have to be calculated in how he attacks this. Jake doing a good job mixing up his strikes, even though he's landing with the hook and the right hand. He hasn't gone back to that well over and over again without setting it up and mixing it up. You see a nice little straight right hand there, Maz, but he's doing a good job kind of keeping Charles guessing and kind of scrambling his brain a little bit for the attacks as we see him shoot in. Nice shot. Good job.
And now the snake bite trying to sneak that forearm under the chin. Charles Maclellan. Inside guard.
Side control here. I expect Jake to kind of, good job. I was going to say, expect Jake to kind of roll and give up his back a little bit to try to stand, but Charles did a good job maintaining that position, and now in cross side control here with Jake flat on his back. Not a good spot.
Maclellan needs to find his way to capitalize, because if this gets back to the feet, Jake has been really showing his boxing prowess.
Nice mount. Not a good position right now. He's setting up the arm triangle on Jake. We see he's got that lock, and he's going to come off on the side of the cage there. I don't know. Jake trying to do the leg defense here. This is a very tight choke, Mavs, with over a minute. The cage kind of in the way. Good job by Jake Stevens. He gives up his back, but he takes the choke pressure off. So we'll see, is he able to flip him? And now reverse positions. Wow, good job by Jake Snakebite Stevens, now in the half guard.
Who says the former boxer can't grapple?
Hey, he's training it all. But now a lot of time to leave in the hands of the judges. Charles was having good success in that round, and now leaving this round like this with Jake on top, not a good look.
The escapability of Snakebite on display. Back to the feet.
Nice shot again by Charles. We'll see if Jake can sprawl this one out, though. Charles staying on top of it. Good job. Good tenacity there. I think Jake could have done a better job defending that takedown if he wasn't thinking offensively, as he does a great job there, though, re-rolling, attempting that Kimura.
Final seconds here, round two. Stevens showing us the other dimension of his MMA. Breaking through from Breakthrough BJJ.
Great job. Good job with the reversals, the re-rolling, and attempting those submissions. We'll see in the replay here as Jake got really aggressive with his striking. Charles did a great job using that energy and getting a nice double leg. And of course, as we just mentioned, you see Jake Stevens getting that re-roll and doing a good job staying defensively sound. And of course, this is an amateur bout, Mav, so the striking on the ground is strictly to the body. So if you're watching at home and you kind of notice, why are they not, really going to town on the head? The body shots are what they're able to do here with this rule set, which does limit you, but allows you to use a little more jiu-jitsu, so.
And I think Stevens on that top mount was really wishing for a second this was a pro fight.
Most definitely. I can see him having a little bit of aggressive ground and pound in that position.
A quick reminder there from the stoplight in that spot to not start hammering into the head. Ball shoots the back early.
And don't forget, before he got re-rolled there in that transition with Jake defending, Maclellan had a very tight arm triangle on Jake, make no doubt about it. So the submission skills are there. We'll see if he's able to cement that here. He's got a whole round where he's on top now to work, so.
Maclellan's got to go for broke in this one, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Miles. Yeah, I mean, you've seen the way that he came out of the gate. The buzzer went, the bell for the round, and he shot in for that double because I'm sure his corner told him that he's got to make something happen. And right now he's worked, real tirelessly. He's past the guard, but Jake looks like he's going to re-roll again.
Find himself up on top.
Jake's doing a really good job. I'm really impressed with the jiu-jitsu scrambles and his body placement and position right now in this fight.
The snake bite getting a little bit of constriction onto the throat of Maclellan.
A good cross face there. He's got to be careful. He's got to try to dig for that underhook on the far side because right now Maclellan is rocking, trying to get that space as he's in like a three-quarter mount here. I think you're right, Miles. This is the position where Jake would love to ground and pound if he could.
He had a big target. Let's just say that. But this round so far, with it being pure grappling
and back and forth, to be completely honest. I mean, you see Jake with the arm under the neck there, threatening the guillotine, but Charles doing a good job getting past the legs. Nice scramble position here. Jake really trying to get the mount again. He's got a minute in this position.
Jake working for the hands.
Pretty intense behind us, cheering their boy on.
The only one more intense than the fighters. The first two rows behind us, the Stevens supporter group, the Henzo Gracie group.
Charles did a good job getting that sweep. Yeah, I mean, they really didn't have a chance thus far to get any momentum. I mean, there was a couple of moments that Charles had in that second round, but to this point, we got 20 seconds left here, and Charles is on top, but Jake has done a really good job staying defensively sound and not allowing himself, other than that arm triangle. You see scramble here again, 5 seconds. I think it's a little too late, but
we'll go to the cards, but Jake snake bite Stevens.
Celebrating, feels like he has that win in the books, I think. Great fight though, up and down. There was a lot of, even though on the ground it was, a lot of trading positions, but it was scrambly. I mean, for big guys, they traded a lot of positions. You don't normally see a lot of those types of transitions with the, larger guys. I mean, no small feat, 185 pounds, moving like lightweights.
Maclellan did a good job of getting Jake to the ground in the second and third round, but it was Stevens who really hopping up on the cage for everyone in behind.
Yeah, he did a really good job with the jiu-jitsu. I mean, there was a couple of times where Charles did get him to the ground, and I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that he wasn't looking to really defend the takedown. He thought that he could sneak a choke in on the way down and kind of allowed the momentum of Charles to pull him down, but,
Well, in that third round, the sprawl that he had off the hop, and he got it.
When he decided,
exactly,
when he decided that he wanted to sprawl, he was heavy. He's a big boy. I mean, you can visually see the size difference between these two, but both guys left it all out there, and great job, man. It's entertaining to watch.
Chris, great fight to set the tone and set the tempo of Fight League Atlantic 21. 12 fights, as we said, everyone making weight, everyone looking good making weight too. Everyone's in the pool, buddy.
And I mean, these two guys both really having their first fights, and the skill level that we just saw. First fight of the night, displaying that kind of skill back and forth with the striking and with the ground game. I mean, it was impressive.
First fight of the night, first fight of their lives
Exactly.
in the cage for both these guys.
The combination of the two, I mean, it's impressive. They showed up. And that's always a dilemma, too. You know, how do you show up when you got that many people here to root for you? Is that a fuel or is that sometimes too much pressure? But, you know, win or lose, Jake definitely, you know, rose to that occasion.
Just wait for the cards. Justice Copeland, Jericho McPhee. He's done some great work here. Snake bite. We've got Craig Ferguson in for the official announcement.
Fight fans, we have the decision of the judges. Judge Cyril Desjardins scores it 27-30. Judge Brad Jardine scores it 27-30. And Judge Mike Ludi scores it 27-30 for the winner by unanimous decision, Jake Snakebite Stevens. Jake Snakebite Stevens, to the winner go the spoils. We have something there from our new sponsor, Spark Energy Drink. You got that Spark, Jake Stevens, making the transition from boxing to MMA. How do you feel you getting here tonight?
You know, I started 4 years ago. I started boxing. You know, I had a few fights, got my kids into it. It was great. You know, you got to set little goals for yourself and you'll hit them. But I got a bigger one now. I want the amateur 185 title. Everybody in the division, hang the fuck on. Welcome to the Snake Pit.
Jake Stevens, tell us about the people back home. You got a lot of supporters here. Who helped you get ready for this tonight?
Man, Icon, they're fucking great. Evolution, they're fucking great. Everybody at home, they're all fucking great. And my sponsors are real fucking great. Let's go!
And he had a great performance himself. Jake Snakebite Stevens, your winner.
Well, everyone is really good.